It's one of the NFL's newest venues, but it's already earned a reputation as one of its best. This is US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. One final month to push for the playoffs or start preparing for the future. Here we go in Week 14. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Second and 6 coming up here. They give it to him again. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that's a Vegas first down.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down. But instead, they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Milton back to throw. Completed to his running back. And he drives it close to the red zone before going out. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. Hand off to the back. Space to the left. He does it. Touchdown. The Raiders take a 6-0 lead right away. Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Brought down by Christian Wilkins. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Man in motion here. From the 32. Hauled in by Gray. Get some space around midfield. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Throwing this back in the end zone. And they score. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings finish off their opening drive. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
They'll try this extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Vikings start off well, tight game, 7-7. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Now Milton to throw. He's going to loft one deep to the left. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Raiders need only one to take the lead. Carlson now to add one more. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done. The gun, they'll give it to him inside. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 37. Has him on the quick hitter. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. Working inside the red zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings get it down to a single point. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. It makes him a star. Even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. He fires one deep down the middle. And almost someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. This will be caught by Cooper. Jukes one defender. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 38. On target to Worthy. And he's tackled for a short gain.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Setting up a throw. Short pass brought in. And he nearly gets to the 25 before going out. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Buys time, rolling right. Finds the in route complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll try and punch it in. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their 1st. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. The loss sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
3rd and long for him here. Looking touchdown, but can't connect.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make it impact later.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And they've taken back the lead.
You know, once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Connects on the crosser. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's good for Raiders first.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You've got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Wideouts getting involved in the ground game. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. So we're through one as everyone tries to stay warm on what has been a very cold night. It's a 17-14 ball game. More from US Bank Stadium after the break. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Raiders in possession. They'll need something big here to start out. It's 3rd and long. Milton now. Chased out to his right. It is cut left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They strike for 23 yards. And now they have a 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here's a give on 1st and goal. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Going ground game again here. Only a yard on that pickup, and it's going to be 3rd and goal at the 9.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders take a 2nd quarter lead. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders take a 4-point lead. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
To throw here on 1st down. Forced out to his right. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Gray, the motion man right. 2nd and 10 now. He's going deep. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now looking to throw. On the move, headed right. On the run right, throwing deep. Brought in inside the 20. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, But you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Trying again, following the sack. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Raiders take over on his 5th interception of the season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right? You watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 43. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that leaves him with 3rd and short. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Stop for no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and 2.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. They're going for this. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Minneapolis. The Raiders trying to add to their lead. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Now a give running right. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. And holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. To throw, Milton. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. That pass caught by Wangu.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. Throwing now from the gun. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Now the Raiders readying for the punt. And they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away.
The Vikings take over first and 10 after running 30 yards.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he pushes it up to the 30 before going out.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
They'll throw on 1st. Finds his man. It's Worthy. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Minnesota spends its 2nd time out here. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Here's 2nd and 7. He's on the move. They left him wide open. It's complete. And he takes it in for a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings get some late points and the lead. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
That one right down the middle. And the Vikings push their lead to 3. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Play action on 1st down. All in left side. Still going inside the 35. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice. Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
They've got a man in motion. They go play action on 1st. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Back to throw. Trying for the deep ball. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings will add to their lead at the end of the half. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His third through the air this game. They're out to try and tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings make it a 10-point ball game. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. He'll throw it. He's trying to go deep again. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Harrison Smith with the INT. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Toss to the right side. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back in the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face second and 10.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Called in by Worthy. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. That was Sauce Gardner dropping him there. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. They'll throw it. Escapes the pocket. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a quarterback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week, because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. 58 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Raider football. Ball at the 33 for first down. Throwing now, Milton. Buys time, rolling right. Now he takes it. But he doesn't slide down, and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing, and at least move them forward.
From the 35 on second down. Chased out to his right. Wow, wide open here, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that's a Vegas first down. Give now to the running back. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Back to the well again. And they're going to stop him after he runs it inside the 35. 4 yards does get him back to even, partner, but they're left with 3rd and 10 now.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign where they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Throw on 3rd down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll run here from the gun. And he'll get it up to the 44. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And defenders are there to get him at the line. Nate Hobbs in on that stop.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
He has the first and still going past the 35. And he'll finally be taken down at the 25. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. Pass play now. He rolls to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Here's a throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down.
That sure ended up being worst case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut my losses and avoid such a negative play. Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kid.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying the right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Raiders first. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Going to the ground again on first. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
On every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
They'll run here on first down. There he goes, right sideline. And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings lengthen the lead at the end of the third. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings take a 3-possession lead. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. On the return, here comes Kene Wangu. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's the end of the third on Sunday night. It's not quite over yet, but it took a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. They're going play action. Catch is made down the right sideline. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Back to throw. Here's Milton. Getting out to his left. And this will be a Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders get it back to within 2 possessions. Raiders leaving the offense out there. They want to add 2 more to that touchdown. And he's got a man complete. And he gets in for the 2. Successful conversion there, but it's still a 9-point deficit. Still a 2-possession game.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
So we've got ourselves a 9-point game now as they'll kick this off. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Gray, the motion man right. Second and 6 now. Catch made over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Back to throw now. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he can take the lid off a defense at any time.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Throwing from the gun here. Hauled in by Gray. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Back now, pressure on its way. Throw caught by his running back. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a first. Option give here. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Complete out to the right. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. Handoff now from the gun. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. The tip definitely broke up that throw. So they're left with 4th down here. So for the 3rd time tonight, they're going to bring him out for a field goal try. This only a chip shot from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on a shorter attempt. That grows their lead to 12.
That throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game. It really leaves only one remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Milton. Wangu on the catch. Rolling into enemy territory. It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Raiders need to score quickly. Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's 1st down. Milton now. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
From the red zone now. Catch is made in close. And he'll be taken taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal. Wangu. And for the moment, that's going to be a touchdown. Whether it will stand, though, well, that depends on the call on this flag. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes them back quite a ways. Wrong time to get caught for holding. Backed him up as they'll retry this first and goal. Milton back to throw. And he will take this in. Touchdown! The Raiders now within 1 score in the 4th. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders trim the deficit down to 5. So exactly a minute and a half left on the clock as they try to get this ball back. And this is covered by the Vikings hands team. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now give left side. And he'll get this down to the 40. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They pitch it to him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. So now here's 3rd and 5. They give it to him again. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. Ask that running back to come up with more than he's used to on 3rd down. He made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly. He sure made that one look routine.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Back-to-back carries here. That's a big hole left. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings push the lead up to 12. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. To throw, Milton. Trying to push it deep downfield. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared. between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Now Milton to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. A good defensive play breaks that one up. So now it's going to be third and long. Looking to throw it. Trying to push it deep downfield. He's got it inside the 10. And he is in for the touchdown. Still unlikely, Brock, but it's not entirely over just yet with this score. Carlson to tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders trim the deficit down to 5. So with hardly any game left, they have time for this kick and maybe a couple plays. And the Vikings bring in the onside kick. That should just about do it. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. No timeouts remaining here, partner, so they can just run out this clock. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other.